Tonight, report on an Ephrata soldier and his dog injured in Afghanistan, and a garage and Jeep get destroyed by a fire. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Ephrata basketball drops games to Sela, and the Cougars land a 4-star receiver. Let's take a quick peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, this is Cheslin here at the Weather Center. Snow along the Cascades, drier conditions along the east, more precipitation coming through our way. I'll have more details for you in just a bit.
I'm Amber Jinks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
An Army soldier from Ephrata and his military dog are recovering from injuries they sustained in an explosion while on duty in Afghanistan. Specialist Andrew Brown with the 89th Military Police Brigade and his military dog Rocky were searching a structure when an explosion occurred. According to the military, they were awarded Purple Hearts while at a hospital in Kandahar, Afghanistan, before being transferred to Walter Reed Military Medical Center in Maryland. A spokesperson stated they were both very thankful for everyone's thoughts and prayers and are in the process of heading back home. Brown arrived at Walter Reed Hospital on December 11th. He was met by his mother and father at the hospital. An Ephrata woman who has lost more than 30 pounds using the Herbalife diet is taking over at an Ephrata nutrition store. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Adriana Lopez is taking ownership of Petra's Nutrition in Ephrata on January 1st. The Ephrata High School graduate says the Herbalife franchise at 113 First Street Northwest in Ephrata offers nutritional drinks and snacks to help people lose weight. The drinks include teas and shakes.
The shake is a meal replacement, so if you're ever just running out in a hurry, and I just throw in the shake and the protein and just put some water in it, just mix it on the go.
Lopez said she has lost more than 30 pounds on the low-calorie, low-fat, high-protein nutritional Herbalife diet. The shop's hours are 6 a.m. to noon and 4 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shop is open from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Saturdays. Lopez can be reached at 509-237-4430. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Police allegedly found stolen guns and drug packaging material during a search of a Moses Lake home. Moses Lake police were reportedly investigating 2 Moses Lake men for allegedly dealing narcotics and stealing firearms. Officers obtained a search warrant for a home in the 9900 block or Sunny Drive Northeast. According to Moses Lake Police on Monday, officers along with the Moses Lake Regional Tactical Response Team responded to the home and reportedly found a stolen rifle, 2 stolen pistols, stolen cell phones, and drug packaging material at the home. According to Captain Dave Sands, Cristobal Garcia, a 41-year-old man, and Cesar Ramos Alvarez, a 31-year-old man, were arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm. Police continue to investigate and plan to request additional charges. A man is in jail after he fired a rifle in a mobile home park in Coulee City. David Chapman, a 29-year-old Coulee City resident, was allegedly arguing with his brother on Thursday night when he pointed a rifle at the other man. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, Chapman reportedly went outside of his home on Road I.8 Northeast and fired 1 shot. A witness reportedly wasn't sure where Chapman was aiming when he fired the shot. Sheriff's deputies were called and arrested the suspect. No one was injured. Coulee City schools were placed on lockdown on Friday because of the incident. Chapman was booked into the Grant County Jail on charges of assault in the 2nd degree and a felon in possession of a firearm. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
When the cold rolls in, it's time to turn on the heater and cozy up with a book. But turning up the heat can mean higher electric bills. And for some families in tough times, that could mean choosing between a warm meal or a warm house. For decades, people like you have extended a hand to help local families in need pay those winter electric bills. Share the warmth this winter to help keep your neighbor warm by giving a little when you pay your Grant PUD bill.
Hi everyone, I'm Chaslyn Rodriguez bringing you your local weather. This weather segment is brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. A change in our weather pattern for tonight, increasing cloud cover. Next threat of snow moves in tonight into Wednesday for the Cascades. They're expecting that threat of snow. However, for our area, a wetter system will arrive Thursday into Friday, bringing that threat of a wintry mix. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at the almanac within the past 24 hours. We woke up with temperatures around the normal for this time of year, around 23 degrees. And maximum temperature slightly above the normal, 36 degrees. And for Moses Lake, very similar conditions. We woke up with temperatures slightly above the normal, around 27 degrees, and those maximum temperatures above the normal, around 10 degrees above the normal for this time of year. That record high of 50 degrees, and that was in 2002, and our sunset was at 4:08 p.m. And right now outside your door, partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the lower 30s with those winds pushing through pretty calmly from the south up to 4 miles per hour. Along the Rockies, a little bit of snow shifting towards north and central parts of the plains, and it will continue shifting towards northern parts of the Mississippi Valley. Now, due to those warm temperatures, that cold front will bring showers and thunderstorms along much of the East Coast within the next few days. Showers and thunderstorms towards the southeast, towards the Tennessee Valley, along the Ohio Valley, and towards the mid-Atlantic. Now, towards the northwest, there is a chance for snow along the Cascades, showers along the coastal area, and then the next threat for our area will come through Thursday into Friday with a wintry mix and that threat of even freezing rain along the morning commute for our area. In the meantime, those maximum temperatures towards the coastal area from the lower 40s to upper 40s, towards the Yakima Valley in the lower 40s with mostly sunny skies, Tri-Cities in the mid-30s, and towards the inland northwest, those temperatures in the lower 30s with mostly cloudy skies. Taking a closer look at our Columbia Basin, those maximum temperatures ranging in the upper 30s to mid-30s along Bridgeport with mostly sunny skies. Dry conditions are expected for Wednesday, however, increasing cloud cover, and then there is that threat of freezing rain through the morning commute on Thursday. Temperatures around that 30-degree mark. Friday, snow may be possible. There is that 30% chance even into the weekend. We're expecting that threat of unsettled weather. The temperatures from the upper 30s to mid-30s for this weekend. Now for Sunday, in the mid-30s with that 30% chance of precipitation. Conditions slowly improving, but within the next few days, we're expecting that threat of showers, a wintry mix, snow within the overnight hours due to those temperatures remaining around the mid-20s to the upper 20s, and then through the afternoon hours, that snow converting into rain for our area. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be right back with sports.
To save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalents to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Selah blew open a close 62-59 ball game with a late 14-0 fourth quarter run, and the Vikings handed Ephrata its first league loss of the season. Cameron Clark did everything he could to keep the Tigers in it, knocking down a team-high 27 points. But Selah freshman Elijah Peppers one-upped him with 28. Montana Blem turned in a double-double of 11 points and 13 rebounds, and the Vikings picked up a big 76-59 win on the road. Colin Allman added 13 points for Ephrata. Bailey Evenson finished with 8. The Lady Tigers dropped a 67-55 contest to Selah. Both teams are back on the hardwood Friday in Wapato. Corbin Christensen knocked down 11 points. Sam Christensen and Caden Jenks added 10 each, but Royal came up on the short end of a 52-48 non-league score at White Swan. It was a back-and-forth contest that had the Knights trailing 12-11 at the end of the first quarter and down 32-24 at the break. A 13-9 third quarter run by Royal closed the gap to 41-37 heading into the final period. The teams matched buckets with 11 points each, but the Cougars were able to hold on for the W. Domantas Sabonis and Kyle Wiltshire recorded double-doubles, and Gonzaga blew past St. Martin's 86-50 last night. Sabonis finished with 21 points and 12 rebounds. Wiltshire hit for 18 and hauled down 11 boards. Freshman Brian Alberts made his first start for the Bulldogs and finished with 14 points on 4 of 5 shooting from three-point range. He capped an early 11-4 run with his second three of the first half to push the GU lead to 33-19. The Zags took a 42-29 lead into the half, then scored the first 6 points after the break to build a 19-point advantage. The Bulldogs will face Tennessee in the Washington Federal Battle in Seattle at the Key Arena Saturday. The game will be televised on ESPNU at 8 p.m. Well, one of the top quarterback recruits in the nation, Jacob Eason, has recommitted to the University of Georgia. The Lake Stevens native decided on the Bulldogs this morning after showing strong interest in Florida. The gunslinger thought about staying home, taking an official visit to the University of Washington last week. Eason was also named the Gatorade National Football Player of the Year this morning. He was presented the award from Seahawks All-Pro linebacker Bobby Wagner. Washington State picked up a big commitment this morning. 4-star wide receiver Isaiah Johnson originally committed to the University of Florida, but will now join the Cougars. The 6'3", 200-pound prospect had offers from all over the country. Pullman is a long way from Johnson's home in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, but he felt Washington State was the best fit for him. Johnson is the 5th receiver to commit to the WSU 2016 recruiting class. Well, the Mariners have signed free agent reliever Steve Cishek on a 2-year deal. Cishek is expected to be the team's 2016 closer. The big righty spent most of the past 3 seasons in the closer role for the Miami Marlins. Cishek is expected to make $4 million in 2016 and $6 million in 2017. Cishek recorded 73 saves in 2013 and 14 for the Marlins, posting a 2.73 ERA and 158 strikeouts. The closer had a shaky start to the 2015 season, but finished strong after being traded to the St. Louis Cardinals. We'll be back after this short break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about how students at Ephrata High School are making Christmas brighter for area teenagers. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Associated Student Body representatives at Ephrata High School raised about $3,400 this year for the school's annual Toys for Teens drive. The students hope to bring cheer to less fortunate young people in Ephrata when the gifts are passed out by Ephrata Food Bank this Saturday at Ephrata Recreation Center. The gifts will be given out along with the food bank's holiday food baskets for families. Ephrata High School Associated Student Body Board President Tucker Merchant explained how the 2-week-long fundraiser worked and what it meant to him.
My big push for this year as ASB president was to encourage school participation and kind of school pride and improve the atmosphere, and I think that to me this fundraiser means a way for people to get involved and be a part of something bigger than just themselves or just what they're doing at the moment, and it's cool to see everyone come together to do something for the good of the community.
After the money was raised, the students recently went on a shopping spree at Walmart in Ephrata.
We showed up at Walmart at 7 o'clock and we had one paper had suggested items, and then we had about $100 worth of stuff to buy for both boys and girls. So we partnered up, grab a cart, we go around, we find $100 for the boy gifts and $100 for the girl gifts, and then we go and pick those out and try and think about, like I said, things that we would want for ourselves. I just think it's really cool to see people thinking about others more than themselves, especially this time of year. It's kind of, I like that environment a lot, and it's always nice to have the executive boards from each class, because I think there's 6 representatives from each class, and so it was the ASB and then the 6 from each class that were the ones buying the toys, and of course we would invite others to help to come along too. But it's always really good to this kind of time of year to do other things for others.
The students were supervised by ASB advisor and Ephrata High School English teacher Marla Alsop. Garner Sears, Associated Student Body Executive Board Boys representative, said he was left with a good feeling after the gifts were delivered to the food bank on Tuesday morning.
It's really nice to know that these kids that aren't able to get toys to help someone out that's less fortunate than I am. So it was nice to help someone out other than myself.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Experience speed like never before when you connect to Grant PUD's high-speed network. Visit grantpud.org to learn more.
Welcome back. A fire destroyed a garage and a 1991 Jeep Cherokee in Moses Lake on Monday. 2 fire engines, an ambulance, and a command vehicle were dispatched to the structure fire in the 4200 block of Longview Street, northeast, shortly after 2 a.m. According to the Moses Lake Fire Department, 8 firefighters were able to extinguish the fire within minutes and spent nearly 2 hours cleaning up and ensuring the fire wouldn't start again. According to Assistant Chief Pete Conjara, the cause of the fire is suspected to be electrical. The resident said he went to bed around 9:30 p.m. and woke up to neighbors telling him his standalone garage was on fire. He said the fire destroyed his SUV and the tools he uses as a mechanic. A man allegedly fled police after he threatened to shoot his girlfriend's neighbor's dog. Prosecutors charged Pavel Shataiba, a 37-year-old Soap Lake resident in Grant County Superior Court, with unlawful possession of a firearm, felony assault and attempting to elude a pursuing police vehicle. Shataiba allegedly went to his girlfriend's neighbor's home on December 7th. As he was asking to speak to the homeowner, Shataiba reportedly took out a pistol and pointed it at a barking dog and threatened to shoot it. He allegedly left, returned, and when the other homeowner returned, he met Shataiba outside and reportedly told him it was stupid to point a gun at his daughter's dog. The defendant allegedly showed him the gun. The two men argued until a deputy arrived. Shataiba was allegedly intoxicated and tried to flee police in a pickup. The truck's mirror allegedly hit the deputy. He reportedly led deputies on a chase on several county roads, reaching speeds of 100 miles per hour before being stopped and arrested. In Northwest News, a driver got stuck in his car sinking underwater after a crash in Washington. He couldn't roll down his windows and he couldn't open the door. But as Lincoln Graves reports, a Good Samaritan came to help right on time.
Okay, so I just dropped my son off, and it was about 5:40 in the morning. And
Dan Windun was driving down a soaked Northeast Goodwin Road early in the morning.
Coming this direction, and this was all flooded here.
On the side of the road, a woman flagged him down and pointed to another car swept away by floodwaters.
And I couldn't see, it looked like it was just full of water.
There wasn't much thinking at that point, just instinct, as he looked in the back of his truck.
I just reached in my box and grabbed out. This will break any window.
He stepped into some surprising chest-deep water and bashed at the window, not being able to see anything inside.
About the fourth hit, his hand came up over the top, and I just said, "Oh my God." And I grabbed him, and the first thing out of my mouth was, "You're alive!"
Dan was able to go ahead and break the window and get me out.
Chris Morta is the man he saved.
Water was cold. 20 seconds felt like 2 minutes. It was pretty bad.
Time had run out. There was no more air. He'd been holding his breath, waiting to die.
When he came out, he had been like, I don't know, what freaked me out is he was holding his breath and just went and let out his breath.
Dan?
2 days later.
Nice to meet you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man.
They meet again, stoic at first, before it all sinks in.
And I'm so glad that you were there, man.
That's divine intervention. That's all it is. Just sheer fate. It wasn't your time. It was not your time, buddy.
Lincoln Graves, K2 News.
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.